with Jah David Interview for puertoreggae.com. Jah David, first of all, tell me about what your work is nowadays. What you're working with, what are your projects?
Yeah, so basically, the last thing that we did as on my label, Zion High Productions, is this Puertoreggae Livicated CD that was released in October of last year. We have a release date coming up May 24th for another album, Dubbing Zion. It's a dub album, all instrumental dub. And that's all produced by Zion I Kings. Zion I Kings is myself, Tippy from I Grade Records in St. Croix, and Moon from Luster Kings in New York. So the three of I and I have a production team named Zion I Kings.
And what brings you here to Puerto Rico this time?
Really, my wife works here, so I came with my wife to do some work with her, and I was asked by my bridge and Ross Derek to do a bass reggae workshop in San Juan.
Derek from Rebel Entertainment.
Big always, Rebel Entertainment.
Always working with puertoreggae.com and with anyone who wants to share and spread the message of reggae in Puerto Rico and Rasta, man.
Yes, I'm
doing a great job.
Big up for that, man. Straight up.
So he asked you to do what?
So I basically did a reggae workshop in San Juan. There was about 12 or maybe 15 people in attendance.
Yeah.
And we just, it was good. And we just really covered a little bit of the history of bass in reggae music from my perspective, based on my influences, what I grew up studying and playing.
Okay, which was what? How did you go? How did you get into reggae? How did you get into music at all? And bass. Tell me about your story.
Okay. I started playing music at an early age, around 7 years old, on violin, and ended up transitioning to guitar at about maybe 9 years. And then at about 18, 17 years old, around the time when I was really doing some self-searching and spiritual soul searching, I came to find Rastafari through reggae music, and the bass just spoke to me, and I picked it up and left the guitar from 17 years old.
Yeah, it has an impact on your heart, huh? Bass line. And this was you're from the States?
Yes.
All right. How did you get to know reggae and Rastafari? From hearing from other people, from discovering from bands, what?
Yeah, well, I listened to Bob Marley from a very young age. I started listening to Bob Marley from maybe 8 years old, maybe 7 years old. I had an older brother, and he loved Bob Marley.
The older brother.
Yeah, the older brother. And I used to go into his collection and try and get into music. I always loved music. You know? 'Cause like I say, I started at 7 years old. So I started listening to Bob Marley, and maybe got into a little bit a couple other things like Culture maybe at around 15, Burning Spear around 16, and at some point around 17 I just started contemplating creation, Part of it was being influenced by what I was listening to from Bob Marley and Culture and Burning Spear, and part of it was just my own soul searching. And I seeked Haile Selassie first, and I found him through the Bible, through my heart, through the music, through just looking around me and at the natural elements of the earth and seeing his power and everything,
Yeah, his power and everything.
Yeah.
And tell me, we talked about Puertoreggae. Tell me about this here production.
This is Naya Acoustic Chants. This is an all-acoustic Nyabinghi album, coming off of the traditional Nyabinghi heartbeat.
Okay.
We also have various artists on it, so it features the Congos on there, Michael Rose is on there, Pressure Bus Fight, Luton Fire, John 9,
Okay.
many different artists, and each track is a different musical composition, unique to that song. It's a real spiritual journey, spiritual meditation type music, good for meditation early in the morning, traveling in nature, in the car, in the mountains, and
Nice.
good soundtrack.
We'll have to check that. And Ziggy Recado?
Ziggy Ricardo, this came out in, I believe, 2014.
Came out, yeah.
2014.
I remember, yeah, a couple
Yep.
years ago.
He's a great artist who I still work with out of Amsterdam, originally from St. Eustatius, otherwise known as Statia. Small little island, Dutch island, right by St. Martin. Great artist. Did this in 2014, all roots. Zion Atkins produced
Okay.
all the music on it as well. Check
Okay.
it out. Great album.
And now you mentioned Janine being on this album, on this CD. You're gonna be working with her.
I am. I'm about to do a tour of the west coast of the States up to Canada with her.
Okay.
This spring or summertime. Yeah.
All right, pues, give us some final thoughts for the people here in Puerto Rico and the world who might be entering puertoreggae.com.
Rastafari, I just want to say give thanks to all the people, for listening. And I just want to give thanks to Rastafari for the opportunity to do this interview, be here in Puerto Rico. We just give thanks again, keep doing good. That's it.
All right, pues, David, thanks a lot, man, for the time, and thanks a lot for the music, and respectful.
Rastafari.
It's by your face.